You'll notice I have the music icon at the bottom right of Matheus's feed to indicate whose audio is playing. So we have the final layout now, finally. All right, Matheus is the second seed, and Drach is the third seed. So you'd kind of expect this to be like winners semis, maybe winners finals, something like that, but no. This is losers quarters. So Crazy, what do you think about this matchup? It's kind of crazy seeing this early into bracket like this.
Yeah, this is what you would expect to be like the finals or maybe semifinals to be. But both of these players being knocked down by really good players as well. So it just shows that this whole tournament is just full of ups and downs.
It's the nature of SotN and it's the nature of Bouncy Hunter. So Drach has the slightly cleaner Dracula Phase 2. Gonna end up with better stats overall here. And yeah, my apologies for the late timer start. Add like 30, 35 seconds to where we're at right now. Okay, what do we got for our first relic here?
Oh, woo.
Okay.
We got a potential power of Wolf Seed. The bot has been seeming to favor those recently.
Ooh, combat knife drop for Drach. Definitely a good weapon. Good for boss fights.
Really good if you manage to not get a sub weapon.
Okay, so nothing much in the library here. The extra library card will be useful for sure, but at this point we're down to Elevator, Spirit Orb, and Cube. Now we saw Drach doing some tech practice before the race. Drach definitely one of our most technical players. And kind of an all-rounder in terms of top player with Alucard, top player with Richter, and top player with Maria. I think that wide experience helps. You know, in Randa, you gotta adjust to situations you've maybe never seen before. And Drach is a very versatile player. Also, a quick shout out here to Phantom. Thank you very much, Phantom, for the full half year of support. Please enjoy the SotN match today. Thank you.
Matheus with a power of Sire drop. And a thrust sword. That could come into play.
Interesting. We've also got our early second Arcana. So the odds of a random Vlad are going to be going up here. Nothing at Cube. All right, so it's gonna be Spirit Orb after all.
I wonder if we're gonna see one of them go through Alchemy Labs.
That is my preferred route. I mean, it's faster, and you get an extra boss fight. Yeah, I'm happy that Matheus is going this way. There are some theoretical advantages to going right side, especially with that second Arcana. Because these unique enemies on the right side, that could be a decisive advantage if they drop a Vlad.
We got some luck potions dropped for Matthews as well. The way it looks like DerDrach should get there before Matthews. Like DerDrach got a monster vial drop, so if he finds the power of Sire too, he has the vial stack option.
We have seen very few vial stacks this tournament, and that's something that is just less likely to happen in Bounty Hunter in general. But yeah, maybe this seed will see something. Now, Drach's movement's been a touch better to this point. Oh, and gets a random library card.
That's actually really good.
Ooh, it's a safe seed. We've got Jewel Layer 1.
It's not a true safe seed until we see Merman Statue Vanilla.
Now, Matheus has an option here that Drach does not. Matheus could grab the Colosseum Warp. What do you think about that play?
It has the potential of being good. The only thing I don't like is that since like they could be finding like early flight in the caverns, and then the Colosseum location could just mean nothing to them at that point.
Yeah, I have to agree. It'd be kind of a gamble, honestly. The warp is nice, but you're going to have to loop around for Alchemy Lab regardless. Yeah, I agree with this call from Matheus. Just going down, higher density. This is where Drach's going to go. It's a good call. Also, hello, Scrimps. How you doing? Thank you so much for the 3 months of support. Welcome to SotN. Okay.
Seeing Scrimp's name down there, but he's not in the watch party, it's kind of bad, isn't it?
Now, Matheus just got like 3 monster vials. Matheus can now stack. So that is on the table.
I think the only boss that you would actually ever... There's only 2 bosses you would ever do vial stacks against. It would be Trio and maybe Bees.
Well, if you got Duplicator, you can just straight up stick with the vial stacks for the whole run. But, yeah, with a one-off, Trio is definitely the strongest. Bees can be good. What else? It's quite decent for All Rocks and Grand Falloon in Castle 1, if you're really struggling. But with Bounty Hunter, you know, we always have good weapons.
You got Eldritch saying Grand Falloon's another good option. No, you just skip Grand Falloon in general.
That's true, yeah. That is the ultimate strat. Sometimes the best combat is no combat. Very clean Scylla for both players here.
I personally would like to see the true safe seed where you find Merman Vanilla. That's all I want.
I think from that point, our players might even go up to like top floor just to grab the warp and then come back down. That is the worst case scenario for sure. I'm hoping for anything else for their sake. So you Drach up by like, what, 20 seconds or so?
It seems about 20 seconds. It was about like a 5-second lead because of the prologue. It's gotten a little bit further behind or further along.
Still, we're 10 minutes in. It's still within 20. Very close matchup here. As expected from the 2 seed versus the 3 seed. And both deciding on the save split, which is a good call. Otherwise, this is really committal. So it could be a missed flight seed. That'd be fun.
Yeah, the last seed that I was watching was a missed flight seed, and it was terrible.
I think missed... Everyone in chat is agreeing with me. I think missed builds can be fun. I'd like to once again give a shout out to Warlock. If only we played more Warlock last year. I think everyone would appreciate the missed seeds more. Unfortunately, though, this is rough. It's not at Merman, it was not at Scylla, which means it's either... No, in fact, it is definitely going to be at Leapstone.
It's required to be a Leapstone at this point. But Mattheus is going to have an easier way of getting there because he can just go through Coliseum.
Yeah. Now, in terms of what it could be, an interesting possibility is that it's Wolf at Leapstone. And that would open up the button in logic. So if that's the case, Drach could find the flight down here at the bottom part of Caverns. It's possible.
It's also possible to be Vanilla Leapstone, which would also unlock the same area, but then also unlock Coliseum.
So in any case, Catacombs has got a good chance of being high value. You definitely want to take a peek. Yeah, still right around 20-second lead for Drach. Nothing much has changed yet. No random Vlads. No crazy random drops. If our players go to Grand Balloon, Matheus might have the combat edge, but I think that'd be surprising. Honestly, maybe it wouldn't be that surprising. I would be tempted to go here, crazy.
Yeah, especially DerDrach having a random library card from an enemy. He has one spare to burn if he wants to.
It's a shame you can't do Spike Breaker yet. Okay, never mind. Drach's gonna bail.
Ooh, we got Mattheus with the Muramasa, my personal favorite sword.
It's great when you upgrade it.
In Bounty Hunter, it's a little bit stronger than you would think because with the guaranteed Varda, you're guaranteed to have the good hitbox.
Yeah, true. You don't have to deal with the because it's based on your strength stat.
Yeah, so as long as you have strong, or as long as its attack is stronger than 30, it has the good hitbox. And then also for some reason in Bounty Hunter, I find the Bloodstone almost every seed. So. There's another thrust sword for Mattheus. Yeah, I have to look at both of the players. Drach is cutting off his jumps almost at the perfect time.
This is something that is kind of underappreciated by rando players. It seems silly, but releasing the jump button a little bit early, like around when Alucard's ankles are at the platform height, will actually end up saving you seconds per area if you do it correctly. It's more time than it looks like. Okay, very clean from DerDrach. This is just a great route. We're seeing some intended gameplay here. Jewel, then up through the chapel as Iga wanted it. Yeah, I think at this point we can go ahead and switch to DerDrach's audio. Give me a moment here. DerDrach has earned a pretty solid, like 30-ish second lead.
Unfortunately, it's still pretty quiet, but should hear some.
Yeah, we had some trouble setting this up earlier. Maybe an OBS issue. So it's a higher quality than Matheus's, but it's quieter.
You can almost tell when somebody's played this preset a lot because you can see how they're playing with the Alucard gear. They know what enemies aren't going to die and they do certain slashes.
Yeah, you develop an intuition for it, absolutely. And I think it's going to transfer over. Like, after this tournament's wrapped up and we're back to doing, like, casual stuff, people are going to, like, pick up Alucard gear and think to themselves, oh, this is a good weapon. Good weapon, good stuff, I'm going to keep this. And they'll become very proficient at using it. That, however, is a better weapon.
There's a Masamune that I don't think DerDrach got.
I didn't see it anyway.
Mist is at Leap Zone, which means we have yet again another Mist Flight seed.
Well, I'm happy to see it. I guess not everyone agrees, but I'm smiling.
Only reason I don't like it is because it's not fast.
True. Honestly, this has been a very slow start. This might end up being like an hour and a half kind of a seed here. 0 cards, 0 randoms, missed movement. Catacombs have not been full clear. It's just, yeah. Very thin progression. Okay, well, you know what? Now it's fine. Just complain.
There it is.
It was a missed seed for 1 check. So now what do you do?
Now.
It could be interesting to actually do Catacombs first to chase complexity. That could have a decent chance of being complexity card. I think Alchemy Lab is the most reasonable route because of density.
I don't hate teleporting to the catacombs, clearing the catacombs, and then going up to entrance from the teleporter.
Yeah.
But then again, they could also just do those at any point whenever they're done checking any location that they need. Yeah, Eldritch saying that we need to teach Matheus how to shield cancel the falls.
Oh, I can guarantee you he knows how to do that. It's just, SotN tech is hard to do consistently. Leapstone, nice. So already this route's working out. We've seen this before. Earlier in bracket. Leapstone saves minutes. It's one of the best relics in the game. Very good. Kind of a surprising divergence here. Oh, it works out though. Okay, heart card at Power Wolf. And that's very interesting.
Something that could be easily grabbed, or something that could be easily random.
I'm surprised, Crazy, that neither of our runners grabbed that by accident when they were down in caverns. They both had 2 Rings of Arcana. And you kill a couple on the way, just no drops, so that's good for Matheus.
Yeah, sometimes the game doesn't like you. Just the other day I had a seed where I farmed corpse weed for like 15 minutes and then proceeded to find 2 random Vlads right after that. So the game was like, you know what? I don't like you right now, but I'm going to make up for it.
Sometimes things even out. Sometimes they don't, but sometimes they do,
To me, it appears that the lead has gotten a little bit longer because Matheus went to entrance, but Matheus also has an idea of what he needs to farm.
Yo, let's go! Sorry to interrupt you there, Crazy. Drach gets the quick grab J. That's like a 2-frame window, 1-2-frame window, saves 1 second. People were telling me that was not going to be real-time run viable. I fundamentally disagreed, and SotN and DerDrach have been proving me absolutely correct over the past couple of sets. Love to see that. Hope we see it more. That one is maybe the easiest and best quick grab, because there's a cool setup for it, but super nicely done.
Well, much like the Dark Wolf tech is something that I will not learn for a while.
Someone made this point in chat the other day, and I think it's very funny and very true. Lots of randomizers give you the ability to skip an item pickup animation, like in Super Metroid, for example, they just remove it. In SotN, if you want to skip the animation, you got to do a 1 or 2 frame trick. That's just what SotN's like.
We got DerDrach trying to go up here, trying to save some MP to make sure he can guarantee his way out.
And for the record, those backdash off the edge jumps, hard to do that without bonking. It's nicely done. We're not going to be having an all rocks delay, at least not for DerDrach. Crazy. Mist could pass.
Yeah, but Mist could also fail.
You're right. I hadn't thought about that. And honestly, in this seed, it did.
Mist was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll be the savior of the seed," and then Bat shows up. It's like, "Nope, never mind."
It was benched real quick.
There's certain locations where I'll use mist for flight rather than bat, but it's very few. So I can picture Eldritch now since you said Mist could pass. I say Mist could fail. He's going to start programming in the randomizer seed where Mist fails.
You'll notice that Drach missed the quick grab there. That one's pretty tough. It kind of depends on where the item is floating. So when you miss it, you lose a second. When you get it, you gain a second. So about even right now.
They both giveth and taketh.
Zorlo's another easy location. I mean, relatively speaking, for a 2-frame, 1-frame, 2-frame trick, relatively easy. So let's see. If it's good, might see another attempt here. Kind of struggling. Hang on. There we go. Nah, just a library card.
Oh, Matthew is caught up a little bit because of the Masamune.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Insane damage. Okay.
We're going to see Silver Ring out of logic.
Could be a card. What do we got? Oof. Not great.
Ooh. That never feels good. Okay, I could see why DerDrach hasn't gotten the random frozen shade. It's because he only has one of their Arcanas on right now.
Oh, really? Didn't take them. Oh, there we go. Yep. In fact, as you say that, he notices. There we go.
Oh, he's cheating now. He heard me.
It's something where it's really worth having. I wonder if Giovanni also forgot to equip it.
I'm not sure if checking these mist gates, well, checking Solar Bat specifically is good because Mist was flight, so it's highly unlikely that Mist itself unlocked anything. Well, Mist unlocked anything in its intended location.
It's possible, at least. It's shared layer with the flight checks. So it could be progression. Over 1, though. Just skill a wolf. Actually, I guess it's 0 for 2 since Silver Ring was also a bust. That's in logic now, because we found Spike Breaker. So yeah. Mist, not too important here. So what do we got left? We got Fire of Bat.
And the Caverns checks.
Yeah, we haven't seen Echo yet, so Grand Falloon. I think it's a 50-50 here. Oh, never mind, Succubus. Let's not forget about Succubus. So 3 checks remaining. Gas Cloud, good relic, but not progression. So yeah, from here it's
So-
got to be bottom of caverns, right? If you're Drac, you can do these two, then go to entrance.
Yeah, when he's most likely going to push off Succubus until he has Merman statue.
Yeah, so Succubus skip might be really unpopular, but Succubus delay, I wouldn't be too surprised.
Oh, we got DerDrach with a Muramasa now. I do remember one seed where I got the Muramasa and I had it up to 71 damage, and then went through one Dark Octopus room and it jumped up to 91.
Oh yeah? I'm guessing that was with a Varda, right?
Yeah, it was with the Varda.
It's kind of neat how Muramasa is actually rando relevant in this preset.
I don't think anybody else ever really pays attention to it, but everybody knows that I love the Muramasa, and they'll say, "Oh, I got the Muramasa," and I'll be like, "Where'd you find it? Tell me."
I mean, it multi-hits, it's got a good hitbox, when powered up, so...
It's just there's one boss that it doesn't damage. Maybe
Who is that?
No, it damages. It damages bees. It doesn't damage Akmadon.
Ah. That's right, you can just Hellfire there, doesn't really matter. Especially if you have a Varda.
Like it does cut and curse damage, so it can even damage the slimes that always resist cut.
Grand Falloon giving Drac some problems here. And not the best pattern. Oh, that's a random. Hang on, whoa! That's a random.
Oh, I have Vlad from the Spear Guard. And Matheus is going to Succubus.
I mean, if I'm Drac, I'm happy to see that. I don't think Drac is the biggest believer in Wolf, though. Drac did not join us for that Lycanthrope tournament last year, so...
Yeah, so this
Hasn't,
is looking
hasn't
like
converted
Succubus
yet.
is the... Looks like Succubus is the progression here.
It's gotta be, right?
Unless we saw Echo and we just didn't know it.
That happens, but... Oh, actually, what about, yeah, Coliseum was Cube, yeah. So, here we go. Yep, Holy Glasses at Succubus. Succubus has had so much value this tournament. Another see where it's important. So yeah, current chain, Jewel 1, Miss 2, and Holy Glasses 3.
But we got DerDrach going to the highest complexity location we have access to. And Matheus got a fast Frozen Shade farm.
Okay, I card could be the complexity card. Actually, very fortunate for Drac. That's gonna totally negate Matheus's random drop advantage. So that's good. Back to being, I think, about even here. Although Matheus is gonna benefit from having the better route.
Considering they haven't found Echo, DerDrach's most likely thinking that that card is most likely the complexity card. Because the only way that it could be in logic is if it would end up being layer 5.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have that knowledge, but he might not.
Okay, we got the high five here. If Mateus skips Grand Flume, which I'm expecting he will, I could very well have a lead going into Castle 2. No, okay. Gonna play thorough here. Probably feeling like he's doing well since he had that random drop. I think it's understandable.
He just got a dark armor drop from Lasoth as well.
Maybe you can fill us in here. Why is dark armor so good? It really is one of the best armor pieces in the game, but why is that? For those who don't know.
Because it completely negates bees. The only way he can damage you is with his poison worms.
Yeah, not just the body contact damage, also the flies. Totally negated. Then you got some other random enemies like bitter flies are just totally negated with dark armor. It's so good.
Moo is negated. There is an attack that Salem Witch does that negates it. A lot of people don't know about that attack.
A lot of dark element enemies in the demonic castle, it turns out. And then on the flip side, the holy armor is kind of useless. Not too many holy enemies. In fact, I think it's just Richter.
Richter's the only one that's holy element, yeah. I believe so. All the sub weapons do holy damage too.
Right, but in terms of like opponents, it's
I'm
just
pretty sure.
Richter,
It's just Richter. Oh, I remember another dark attack. The cross that Ralph throws is also dark.
Who the hell is Ralph? Trevor? Surely you mean Trevor, right? From the anime?
Yeah. Yes, but his name is Ralph.
No.
In the Japanese version
No. I don't worry about Ralph. Our holy glass is for Drac.
He will forever be known as Ralph to me.
It's not a bad name. Don't get me wrong. I don't know, I just feel like Trevor's iconic. My question for Drac is, when do you find time, number one, to go to Power Wolf for the card, and then number two, to come back here to farm Frozen Shade? Because there really aren't any other spots that I can think of.
Oh, there's the 4 Frozen Shades that are right there by that shortcut. And since he's already opened it up, he'll have access to it.
Yeah, so I think going back to Entrance Warp and then just going down to Caverns is your best bet. I guess he could do that later on.
He's going straight to Second Castle from here, though.
Here we're seeing some choice wolf movement from Mateus. This could be an advantage, for sure. Might give Mateus a few more seconds to work with.
DerDrach had a Harper drop, but he didn't pick it up.
Harper's a good sword. Underrated.
But I understand why. He's got the combat knife. That's arguably better. Wait, Alpin says he already has the Harper, so maybe he does.
Okay, here we go. Mateus, I'm going to switch back to his audio. Off to Castle 2.
Mateus is in the lead at this moment.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, really nice comeback here. Some good routing decisions and some clean wolf movement. I'm excited to see how this Castle 2 goes. Yep, there's that new school, the Tetra Spirit, which is better. Just better. Assuming you have Leapstone. If you don't have Leapstone, then there's an argument for Soulsteel.
I still do my method, which is Summon Spirit and then Tetra Spirit.
Oh, Drach is making a play here. Drach is deciding to delay entrance.
Well, he's most likely thinking that it at most is a random card, which is technically correct.
Which would be correct, yeah, unfortunately. Looking good for Mateus now. That is potentially a big vulnerability. I get it, though. I mean, so far, there haven't been any gambles for Drach or Mateus, actually.
They've pretty much full cleared everything they've had access to.
Okay. Tooth card.
Werewolf. So this is the right side seed so far.
I'm sure that once again we'll let the farms dictate the routes. So I think both will go right side, like you said. If you're rooting for Drach, though, and I think Drach's been picking up some fans this tournament just because the execution has been unbelievably clean. If you're rooting for Drach, you're hoping these final two cards are deep into Castle 2. Otherwise, abandoning Power Wolf is going to be the difference maker.
So there's been a few things that I was trying to work on during this tournament before I got knocked out. If you have no notifications of farms that you have to do in second castle, I started favoring going straight middle. So which would be Medusa, Aquadon, Trio, skip bees, go straight to Dop 40, Force of Echo, then Death. Grab the save before or after killing Death, and then you could do Galamoth. If there's nothing, save split, go to bees, and then if there's nothing at bees, you library card for creature. Which is something that DerDrach knows that I was working on, so we might see something like that happen too.
It's a cool route. Now, from what we can tell, Holy Glasses, Spike Breaker, not Holy Glasses, I don't know what I'm talking about. Spike Breaker is complexity 5 minimum. It could be 6, but it's at least 5. There is the chance, though, that Rings or Merman Statue are the quote-unquote intended complexity 4. And if it's Merman especially, that's good for Drach, because they'll have to go back anyway, and Frozen Shade is nearby. That's another potential win condition for Drach.
I do have to say, Mattheus having the Masamune is going to make his lead a little bit stronger because he's going to be able to get a little bit further, or he's going to get more damage so he can gain his lead.
Yeah, every boss fight. Mateus could choose to go for a Vile Stack on Trio coming up here. Another card, though. Oh my goodness. Only one away.
It's a right side seed.
Oh, and 2 of the 3 remaining farms are Castle 2. There's a chance there might not even be a return trip. Oh, this is looking really good for Mateus now. Looking really good.
Yeah, this is looking pretty grim for DerDrach here.
And to build on your point, Crazy, not only is Matheus having an easier time on the bosses, but for these bulkier farms like Lion and Werewolf, Masamune is going to make the farms way easier, faster, and safer.
Yeah, the one of my favorite farming methods was with the Masamune, where you just in certain boss or certain fights, like this one, where you can just throw it and it's dead, or in a one where you can just drop down and throw the special and it'll kill him.
Now Matheus opting to equip the Ghost Familiar? What's the tech here?
It might have just been an accident when he was checking the card.
No, it's gotta be tech. We're gonna be seeing some new stuff here. Without a Varda, Soul Steel not quite enough to kill. Okay.
There's the tooth.
About average for Matheus there on that farm. Okay, here comes the stack. And if you haven't seen a Vial stack before, that's what it looks like. You train your skeleton to throw out a bomb-type item. It's like 2 bombs layered on top of each other. In fact, it's even better because the skeleton bomb lingers until the skeleton or merman, etc. disappears, so... It's new tech as well. It's less than a year old. Pretty sure.
Okay,
now,
so
merman.
We found merman. So, trying to think, it's 1, 2, 3. That still technically opens up a complexity 5 location.
I'm actually going to take a peek here. When were Vial stacks found?
I mean, you should know. You were the one that found them.
And take a look at my YouTube VOD 11 months ago. So we're approaching the 1-year anniversary of Vial stacks. That's great. It's actually really nice.
Because they were found during the Lycanthrope tournament, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was about 11 months ago.
Yeah, time really flies, huh?
Yeah, at that point in time, I was just watching the tournament. I wasn't even participating in any.
Now, I gotta tell you, I'm a little skeptical of this play from Matheus. We've already found a complexity, Vlad.
Yeah.
Is this too safe?
It is too safe. You can come up with the argument that, well, he has library cards, so he can go to left side fast anyway. So getting this check out of the way to guarantee that you're not going to lose.
That's fair, actually. It's kind of a smooth library card route if you do it that way.
Yeah, but again, it's still kind of playing it a little too safe.
This is gonna give Drach a chance, though. Let's see what we got. Worst case scenario for Matheus is that it's at Bees. If Matheus library card's here to go creature and skips Bees, that would be bad. Okay, and it's a Varda. All right. Oh,
there's the.
That's fine. I mean, with a Masamune, like I don't think Drach would have save split that, but with a Masamune, you can.
I mean, I still would have grabbed it because you could have just skipped bees and then reverse library carded.
I gotta say, the discipline of Giovanni, this game one, pretty remarkable. Not a single gamble this entire game. It's definitely a part of his game plan. Oh, hang on. I spoke too soon. Yeah, if you were gonna do this, I think you just do it after the Varda here, Crazy.
Yeah, you just essentially wasted all your time for nothing.
I think that might have been a course correction. Like, wasn't gonna skip bees, but then thought, you know what, I haven't done any gambles. Let me go ahead and skip bees, actually. And I think it's a fine call. Ooh, Fist of Tulkas, another good weapon.
So, DerDrach just got Silver Ring, so now he has the option of checking two things if he's library carding, which if anybody were to be, or just doing a regular library card, you think DerDrach would.
I like that Drach isn't getting baited. Save that for later, no rush. Yo, Ghost versus Shmoo. It's kind of a cool duel. The Ghost can one-shot the Shmoo. One-shot the Shmoo. Tongue twister.
See, if Matthews would have just grabbed the Varda, he would be destroying these lions a lot faster.
Yeah, I have to agree.
At a certain point, I have made the argument at a certain point, double Arcana doesn't mean anything. Sometimes you just have to kill it fast.
Okay, Drach's got the better farm here. Drach's still behind, but the lead is narrow.
This is a terrible farm for Matthews, and he has a good chance of catching back up.
Now, real quick, a shout out to Allison. Hope you're doing great today, Allison. Thank you for the 29 months of support. Appreciate it. Time for Creature.
This really is an unlucky farm for Matthews.
I guess that means technically Creature does have value.
Yeah, Creature did technically lead to what we may believe to be the complexity farm.
So yeah, with Alucard gear and 2 Rings of Arcana, drop rates 1 and 9 for this lion. So we are way below average now. I'm a believer in Wolf, but I am not a believer in this Wolf strat. I think this is a total meme. Total meme. Just go for a Wing Smash, yeah. Dragons out in the bail, it's a good call.
Wing Smash in the only time you ever do Wolf in there is when Wolf is the only thing you have.
And even then, I'm starting to think just dive kicks. Dive kicks are good. And Drach has got the best dive kicks of any SotN player. Hands down, not even close. So I think you just play to your strengths. All right, finally, Mateus gets it. That was painful.
I was about to say, this is really bad for Mateus.
Just waiting on that rib card. That'll give us a lot of good info.
Now, I'm trying to think of what DerDrach's win condition is right now, and since he has both rings because he went to bees, if there's a card there that goes into his favor.
Yeah, that'll straight up be a win for Drach. Because we're approaching the end of Castle 2 now. Other than that, if it's like Galamoth or maybe Death, and the farm is bad for Matheus, that could give Drach time to go back to Castle 1 and then come back to Castle 2. But I think that's it. If it's Holy Glasses, Drach's gonna win. Oh, by the way, rate the drip.
10 out of 10. Blue on blue.
I agree. I was gonna say the exact same thing. Give it a 9 or a 10 out of 10.
Hint of purple.
It looks like a proper cape. It's rare. Oh. Not a clown cape.
We've been putting out some good capes lately. We had a cotton candy, like a very deep pink with a blue outside, and that one was really good too.
All right, this could decide it. If this is a card, Matheus is going to win this one. Oh, it's getting spicy now. It's getting spicy now.
It's looking more and more likely to be split complexity, Holy Glasses, and Spike Breaker.
Matheus has got to be sweating now. You make one skip the whole run, and it might cost you.
And I would imagine if DerDrach kills Death and still doesn't find anything, I would imagine he grabs the save and skips Galamoth because he doesn't have the Varda or a good way of fighting him.
Maybe.
Maybe, but because just sitting there and slashing with Alucard gear, it's really slow, especially without the Varda.
It's true. I mean, it is safe as long as you get the setup, so I'm not sure what he's going to do, but if the card's here, that kind of answers the problem. Oh my god, Drach is now a coin flip away from making a comeback win here.
The way he's going, he didn't grab the save. Does he just grab the teleporter and go to first castle?
No, we're going to Galamoth. Okay.
Okay, he goes to Galamoth, which is most likely what Matheus is going to do anyway, too.
Yeah, for Matheus, this has to be it. Or, I mean, Matheus is not going to have time to go all the way back to Galamoth, or Beelzebub, rather. I don't think. Maybe? I'd be surprised. It's going to be really awkward to route this in now if you're Matheus.
I mean, I would always just grab that cave save if you feel like Bees is going to have something.
Yeah, this is good. Wolf's good here, for sure. Oh!
That movement's a little hard to do.
Oh, how do you like that high jump there? That's some good stuff.
It's really hard to do sometimes.
I think Drach's been doing some wolf practice.
So Matheus is going this way, so he knows. Skipping Bees is kind of, go against him if there's nothing here too. I just remembered that DerDrach has a combat knife, so he technically does have a good way to fight Galamoth.
Oh, I would not use combat knife here, would you? With that range?
You can.
Oh, this is... I don't know about this one. No double hits. I guess if you really manage, you can get some double hits in. I'd be nervous, but Drach's making it work.
Yeah, and if you're wondering how he's managing to just stab all this time, he's holding up. since he doesn't, this is what I was saying at the beginning. The combat knife, if you don't have the sub weapon, if you hold up, he just does the stab animation. He doesn't do the swing. So Matthews is going to be able to get through this boss fight a little bit faster.
Yeah, with the Masamune, you don't even have to set up the positioning. You can just do it on the floor, but never mind. This is fine too. Actually, I'm not a fan of this. I don't like this.
Since you have the Masamune, doing jump slashes would be better. Because you're
True.
guaranteed to hit the flash.
But yeah, just being grounded and doing the special over and over again, it's kind of scary. Because if you mess up your loop, you'll lose invincibility and take damage, but you got power and mist as a bailout. Anyway, this is it. This could be the race right here. Is it a card? Oh my god. A full clear.
Split complexity, let's go.
Split complexity.
And this is going to suck for Mateus.
I'm not sure Mateus can come back from this. I mean, we'll take a look here.
It could be a terrible frozen shade farm. And DerDrach still has to figure out that Holy Glasses is the rib card.
Well, at this point, both runners only have 2 checks left. Yeah. Now we're going to see the power of the save split here, having multiple saves. This will save Mateus some time.
Well, technically, DerDrach has 3 checks left because he still hasn't done Holy Symbol. Holy Symbol, Entrance, and Holy Glasses.
Oh, my apologies. You're quite right. Yeah, it could be one of those too.
If I were to guess right now, DerDrach's going to be doing Holy Glasses, finding that card, and then going to Holy Symbol. And hopefully gets the random Vlad from Frozen Shade at that point.
This race has been so back and forth, crazy.
It really has.
Oh, careful that Nova. All right.
Yep. Just tank the bone hits.
Okay, making a save split. That's interesting. Not a bad idea.
It could pay off if there's a farm is over here.
Okay, 50-50 now for Drach, and there it is. The rib card.
What is it? Is it going to be Toad?
Yo, it's Frog. That's perfect for Drach. Okay, the one mix-up remaining for Drach. Will Drach do Holy Symbol before Power Wolf? I think he will, right?
Yeah, he's in this area. He's going to Holy Symbol first. But he can still get the Frozen Shade random from there. And even... Oh, you got that little visual glitch there.
Sorry, I missed it. What was it?
Even with the... since he transformed in that little transition area, it did the flashing screen.
All right, yeah.
But even if he goes to Holy Symbol, he's still not punished because he still has a direct way to get to Entrance. And then the farm is not too far from Entrance either, so...
Yeah. I mean, both of these farms are going to be so quick. I think this is Drach's game. Let's see. Yeah, gonna go down. Makes a lot of sense. Just a 50-50. Why would you skip this? Yeah. No random frozen shade. That would have been GG. Oh my god, look at the longest boat ride of Drach's life right here. Here comes Mateus.
Oh no, he's got a heart refresh. He can get into Drach's room now.
Great wolf movements.
It was great wolf movement, but it took a lot of MP.
That's okay. MP's a resource. You want to use your resources.
All right, DerDrach has 6 chances to get random frozen shade now.
There it is. That's going to be a wrap, barring a terrible frog farm.
So now at this point, Drach,
Drach putting the pieces together. Power Wolf's going to have heart card and heart card. He is frozen shade. Here we go.
Yo,
Poor Mateus. Once again,
so he's gonna.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
Farm. He's gonna farm right here on the left side. DerDrach was one of the ones that didn't know the proper way of farming frog. He would always farm on the right side of this, which would take forever.
There it is, GG. Crazy to think about how a Frozen Shade and a Frog both had Vlad relics, and we just didn't see a random drop. Very unusual. See, ultimately the difference maker was Mateus gambled one single solitary check, which was Beelzebub, and it was Beelzebub. And that's why he's going to be down 0-1. Blame bees.
But yeah, DerDrach might not have the optimal boss fight gear, but he has good enough gear.
I mean, he's got the Varda, so
yeah. Yeah, especially since he kept the Varda.
I feel like if you're Mateus, you don't worry about this one little bit. You played great. Your routing was excellent on paper. If anything, you could argue the routing was too disciplined. So the fact that you got hard punished on the one skip, it just happens. It's SotN, you know? Can't let it bother you. On the same note, Drach, really no notes here. Good route. Conservative play with a reasonable gamble. More of a soft punish in this case than a hard punish if you're Drach. So it's fine. Yeah, really great start to the set. Both players played extremely solid.
Yeah, both of them kind of played a little safe. You could say DerDrach played a little bit more risky by skipping entrance, but both players skipped things that were important, so it doesn't really matter too much. And Matheus got the Vlad relatively fast, but unfortunately, it's not enough.
Went out of library cards too, yeah. I was wondering if the bad lion farm Mateus had would have made a difference, but no. Would
I
not,
don't
even
think
if it was a
so
first
bad,
try,
but-
Drach would still be winning this.
I believe so. It would be really close, but I still think it's DerDrach's favor. And now it's time to shank his father.
We're gonna see why some consider this a top tier. Here we go.
He's going a little slow, but it's fine.
Should be a quick 2-cycle. Wow.
I'm going to say 3 hits. Oh, maybe not.
Not even one, just the spell. We'll call it 0.5 hits. Alrighty, 70 minutes on the dot for Drach. Goes up a game. Really exciting stuff.